Steve Carell, McHale, and Gordon Ramsay, who assume their hair looks perfect because they have unlimited money. But this is simply false. We have seen plenty of rich people with terrible hair transplant. Just look at the hairline designs on Sebum or, Greg said, which I've analyzed in my recent video. So why do Carell, McHale, and Ramsay look so natural that most people don't even realize they had surgery done? It isn't money, it is technical strategy. And in this video, I'm going to analyze the specific medical details, the hairline, the micro-irregularities, the graft angulation, and the texture. Everything that makes these three specific hair transplants undetectable. Can you guess which strategy each one of them used? Let's get into it. Steve Carell. It's one of my all-time favorite results. The Office is such a great comedy TV show.
Are you nauseous?
No.
Do you have cravings? You never touched my propecia.
No.
Good. Thank God, because that's...
What's that?
Yep, Propecia goes way back. And I remember when watching the first season, I noticed right away that the Steve Carell's hairline was very thin. However, as the season progressed, starting from season number 2, his hairline has improved like dramatically. Just look at the side by side. Now, my theory is this. I think he might have had a failed hair transplant early on, as his hairline has quite a few strong terminal hairs. However, density is pretty low. Natural hair loss usually wouldn't have such pattern, where relatively strong and long hair grows so much further at the front compared to the other healthy areas, further behind. I'm pretty sure he was relying heavily on concealers like hair fibers to mask the thinning during that first season. But later on, he clearly got it fixed, like properly. Why does his current results look so natural? It is because his surgeon did not lower his hairline aggressively. They kept a mature hairline. Remember, he's not a teenager anymore. He was in his early 40s. This is the exact opposite of mistakes we saw in my breakdown of sebum hair transplant. In that case, the hairline was too low and straight, which can look fake essentially, especially as you age. Many patients want to bring the hairline down to, where it was when they were 18 years old. And this is a mistake. You need to design a hairline that you can grow into, as opposed to the hairline that you are trying to grow back into. And let's be honest, we're not, getting younger. Steve's hairline sits appropriately. It fits his age. But look closely at the temple corners. They're not closed. They are still slightly receded. They don't look perfectly low and straight with super high density implanting only, thicker multi-hair graft. This is a critical detail. If you pack the temples too perfectly, it looks like a helmet essentially. By leaving the corners slightly open, the surgeon created a result that looks 100% natural for a man in his 40s or 50s. The second celebrity that fooled many people is McHale. This is a different story. He has been very open that he has had 4 surgeries. For a long time, he didn't name his clinic, but recently he revealed it was Dr. Parsa Mohebi. Even Dr. Mohebi actually commented on that video, which, gives this a lot of credibility.
Thank you, Dr. Mohebi.
The key takeaway here is strategy. He didn't try to fix everything in one massive, mega session. He built it over 4 surgeries. And you might think, why the hell did he had 4 surgeries being just an over 3, right? His hairline is pretty high. Well, his forehead obviously, has always been slightly higher, and this does not help with some of the comments about his, high hairline. But the crucial part is that he has managed to get a small procedures over time without people actually realizing he has had 4 surgeries. Obviously, he's an actor, and, dramatic and quick change will be quite obvious. And this is why he opted for smaller surgeries. But why his transplant looked so great? It's not been lowered dramatically, even though he clearly could, right? And his temples were not, completely closed. The end result is simply a guy who has a mature, strong hairline. Now, pause for a second. You might think, Rolandas, these celebrities, with unlimited budgets cannot do what they do, right? But here's the truth. Celebrity transplants aren't magic. The strategies they have used, like mature hairlines, multi-step surgeries using textured, and, these don't cost any extra money at all. Everything has applied to them can be applied to you. Trust me, I've been there. Look at my result. It's not an accident. It looks good. It was a strategic plan. I chose the right doctor, I negotiated my goals, and we planned together. Most doctors doctors will suggest a basic plan from, their perspective, but you have your own life and goals, right? So you need to know how to communicate that. This is why I offer my one-on-one consultations. I help you build that personal strategy so you can go into a clinic and get the celebrity result on a normal budget. If you want to save time and get unbiased advice from me on your specific case, the link to book a call is in the description. And finally, the third celebrity, Gordon Ramsay. He never admitted to undergo a hair transplant. However, rumor has it he went to Alvi Armani years ago, back in approximately 2011. He might have something what's called a long hair FEs. That's where they extract and implant the hair grafts without shaving his donor area. But for this video, let's focus on his results. Why does it look so good on him? And it's virtually undetectable. It is all about the strategy, the texture and piece styling. Gordon almost never wears his hair neat. It is always messy. This creates this, controlled chaos look. It looks random, but it effectively hides the base of the grafts and potentially lack of density. But the technical detail here is angulation. The surgeon understood that Gordon's hair needs to flow forward, like most of us have in nature, right? If they have placed the grafts pointing straight up, he would look like a hedgehog. Instead, they followed his natural growth pattern. This allows him to spike it up without exposing, the rows of the hair transplant. So the lesson here is this: the small controlled surgeries can create an invisible results, i.e. the result that nobody would even suspect you had. This is particularly important for people who really like to keep such things private.
Get out! Jackass waving at them! What have we got to wave about? I don't care! Get out!
It is possible. It is a strategy, and a good surgeon can help you with this. So what do these three men have in common? They didn't just buy hair, they bought a strategy. Carell chose a mature hairline, McHale chose a multi-surgery path, and Ramsay leveraged his hair texture and styling. All of them were more or less undetectable when, it's been done, and right now they all look extremely natural. None of them look like a perfect in a fake way. They look appropriate. And if you're researching right now, ask yourself, which strategy fits me? Let me know in the comments down below, did you guess all three correctly? And what is your strategy? Remember, I read every single comment. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more honest analysis. I'll see you in the next one.